it.
For their final peek behind the scenes into a dealer's secret stash, the boys have been invited 130 miles further south, to Henley-on-Thames in Oxfordshire.
We're on our way to Nick Huff Robbins, and he's a dealer who has recently closed his shop, and I think he's having a bit of a clear out, a rethink and a restart and a refresh. But anyway, we're on the way to his house, and he's got some storage and barns and whatever, all sorts of stuff at his house that we're going to have a look at.
Excellent.
With its world-famous rowing regatta and riverside location, Henley-on-Thames is one of the most well-heeled towns in England. First recorded in 1179, Henley became prosperous in the 17th and 18th centuries, and its fine five-arched bridge dates from this time, as do the many Georgian shopfronts on the High Street. A few miles north of town in the Chiltern Hills lies the home of antique dealer Nick Huff Robbins.
So I've been dealing for about 4 or 5 years now. I was actually in a completely different industry. I was in oil and gas and just had enough of it, really, and reached a point where I wanted to do something different. I sat down with my wife and we decided to really go for it. We actually opened a shop in Henley, which was a very expensive, I wouldn't call it a mistake, but a very expensive learning. So what I'm trying to do now is I want to be more refined in what we do, more high-end and proper, real, genuine antiques. So hopefully there's stuff in there that's interesting. And it's always an experience, I think, learning from someone else as well.
Hello.
Hello, Nick.
How are you doing?
How are we doing?
All right, nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Look forward to this. Ah, right, OK, so you've got some stuff in the house too.
We have plenty of stuff in the house. We've got 3 storage units scattered around.
Yeah,
so, yeah, we can start here and then work our way through.
That is literally a foot long, isn't it?
That's 2 foot long.
That's really nice.
That is nice, isn't it? So what's the deal in here? Is anything for sale?
Everything's for sale. Basically, we had a shop in Henley.
Yeah.
We closed that down about 4 or 5 months ago, and then we've sold off a lot of stock. What I'm trying to do now is we started off with, smaller items. Now I'm trying to really refine it and get better quality pieces. So like the chest on chest.
Okay.
Oyster veneer.
Yeah.
It's had work done on it, as you can probably see.
Yeah. Oh man, has it ever?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much is this?
I've actually put it to a couple of leading auction houses, and I had estimates between 6,000 and 8,000 on it.
Yeah, not in that state, it wouldn't. Have they actually seen it in the flesh?
No, not in the flesh. No, they've seen pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a major problem.
Yeah.
Somebody has thrown French polish all over it.
Okay.
But interesting. Today I am with dealer Nick Huff Robbins, and we're in his house. Walk through the door, there's a load of nice plaster pieces and carvings and turning, and then I'm struck by a beautiful oyster veneered chest on chest. There's a lot wrong with it, and there's a lot right with it as well. So it's like, I always equate them to cars because it's the easiest way to do it. So say if you've got a Rolls Royce, right? You've got this beautiful Rolls Royce, and it's made beautifully, and they're so elegant and simplistic. And then somebody's gone, do you know what? I don't like the colour. Get me some varnish. Get me some varnish. I'm just going to varnish over the top of it and change the colour. And then I don't like the door handles on this car. Let's get them changed. I don't like the wheels. Let's change the wheels. It's still a Rolls Royce. You've got to wind it back. So the quality's still in there, but there's problems to get over.
The oyster veneer on this 300-year-old George I oak chest on chest gets its name from the almost circular end cuts of yew, carefully lined up to create an intriguing decorative effect. It is in need of a great deal of sympathetic restoration, but once complete, it could be worth up to £9,000.
So how much is it really? Forget the auction house estimates, they just want to get you through the door.
What I'll do really, I'll do it for 4. As you'll know, the feet are changed on it as well, the bun feet.
Yeah.
The original feet would have rotted away.
So yeah, it's had the handles changed as well.
Oh yeah, you can see, you can see the
original.
original handle fittings that were in there.
You haven't even bothered to put on your scutcheon straight.
No, I know. But it's a really good thing. Underneath there, it's a nice thing. Nick's saying, well, it's got to be 4,000 or it's not worth selling. OK, my thing was, as soon as I saw it, I thought 3.2. I don't know why, I just went 3.2. That's what I think that is worth in that current state. Because I'm going to spend a quite staggering 3,000 quid on restoration on that to do it properly. It's got badly done repairs, the escutcheons are wrong, some of the drawer linings are wrong, numerous other tiny things all over it, handles change and things like that. Lots and lots of problems. It's got to be right. So what do? Is it worth throwing out a bid to Nick? Yeah. Just to give myself the sort of satisfaction that I go, I tried with it, couldn't get her on the money, walk away, and I'll forget about it. Otherwise, it's going to haunt me. And I can't have that. It'll drive me crazy. This old thing, acres of problems, but it's still attractive.
That's what my wife says to me, actually.
Yeah. 3,000.
Can't do it. I can't.
I know. We've got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I'd say I can tell you what the absolute bottom line would be for me would be 4. I'm not going to learn that.
Can we meet in the middle at 3.5?
I can't.
Really?
No, I can't.
Drew and T have gained exclusive access to a dealer's home in Oxfordshire.
Ah, so what's the deal in here? Is anything for sale?
Everything's for sale.
Drew is pushing for a deal on a set of 300-year-old drawers in need of £3,000 worth of repairs.
I can tell you what the absolute bottom line would be for me would be 4. I'm not going to learn that.
Can we meet in the middle at 3.5?
I can't.
Really?
No, I can't. I've got to be hard about it. I mean, I'm losing money on it already.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I pay 5 for it.
Jesus, really?
I'll take the hit because I want to get the money back out of it to go and buy some other things, you know.
Can't pay 4.
I do 3,750 and that's absolutely the end.
God. The biggest pain in the backside with it is the holes in the front where they've drilled the handles. That's a real...
Because you've got to put new veneer on in place.
We've got to find something that's going to hide it, a lot of it, you know.
Yeah.
There's 28 holes in there to fill. And the escutcheons, and the handles to do, and the finish, and then all the bits and bobs underneath it. 3,600 quid sold.
It's a bitter pill, but yeah. All right.
I understand, and I feel for you. I'm sorry.
You've got to learn, haven't you? I'm looking at it. I've got the money back in. I go off and buy a couple of other pieces, learn from it, and make sure, you know, get the right stuff next time, you know?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're about to learn as well that when we bought a chest of drawers off you, you're about to have a big pile of things with no chest of drawers to go in them.
That was in my head when I was selling it, thinking, there's all the bloody pots of paint in the bottom of it. Why don't we put all that stuff now? Yeah.
OK. All right, great.
Perfect.
Tell you what, can we have a look in these containers and sheds and all the rest of it as well?
Let's go do those ones, yeah.
Yeah? Come on in. Let's do
Perfect.
it.
All right.
I've come up £400 from where I wanted to be. Nick's come down £400 from where he wanted to be. A little bit of pain is felt by both of us. Nick is doing the right thing. He's learnt a hell of a lot from it. He bought a very nice thing in the first place, so his eye's right. Everything about it is right, apart from the finite details, and that's what I've got to do to it now. I've got to get it back to there. I can see it done. I know what it's going to look like, and it's going to look amazing. So thanks to Nick for doing a deal with me. OK, so storage unit, yeah?
Yeah.
Which one's
This is
yours?
the storage unit. This one here.
Do you?
Thank you. Pretty thin in here at the moment, you know. We've got a load of
what
stuff.
have you done with all your stock?
I put a load through auction.
Yeah.
I think it's quite interesting. I think as I've gone through it, I'd realised I've been building stuff up for about 2 years, and I looked at it and thought, this just isn't where I am now. And so I just decided to get rid of a whole load of stuff and then buy new pieces after that.
We're now in Nick's business unit, and we're having a good look around, but he's in transition. He's moving out from here. He's just shoved a load of stuff into auction. Damn, missed it. But there's still bits. There's still stuff that we could be interested in.
So that's Martin Luther.
Of Lutheran.
Lutheran, yeah.
Lutheran. It's covered in stuff. That's a diminutive little thing.
And weird writing on the base.
Yeah, what's all that about?
I don't know. It was there. I don't know what it means.
That's very strange.
What's it about? It's like as if somebody's been cheating at maths.
Yeah.
Nail a bit of paper to a door. What that means.
Oh, dear. Yeah, he's all right, isn't he? He's OK. Bit chipped, bit marked, bit vandalised.
Secret little code there probably is.
Yeah, what is that?
It's the direction. It's a direction to all of his inheritance.
That's somebody's PIN number.
Not mine.
And there's this little bust that catches my eye. It's sort of biscuity coloured. I think it's earthenware, actually. And it's just nice. It's just a really good little piece. It's just interesting and fun. There's a load of numbers written underneath it, and they've been very purposeful. They've been done by different people. They all line up. They're different colours, different pen, different hand. Why have they done? I don't understand. We're never going to know. I'm not going to work it out. I'm no mathematician. Somebody might work it out one day, but I doubt it.
The 15th century German theologian and religious reformer, who was the catalyst for the Protestant Reformation across Europe. An intriguing piece made in terracotta with the German word geschützt, or protected, written into the back. It could be worth up to £200.
How much is he?
40 quid to you.
Really sold. Thank you very much. Couldn't say sold fast enough there.
The price will go up now, yeah.
It's just this thing, you know. I bought a real couple of ugly old buggers, and they just sell.
Yeah.
And the more odd looking, the better. But that one, the whole Lutheran thing, will probably sell him. But I actually really like the colour, that biscuit colour.
Yeah. I think you're going to get a lot of people trying to work out what the numbers mean as well on the bottom of it, you know.
Yeah, it's very odd. Weirdest thing. I love those little male busts. That one at £40, I'll take it. So we've gone from spending nearly £4 to 40 quid, and all the buys have to be the same, whether it's thousands or hundreds or tens. You still have to get it right every single time. So yes, there's a profit in that. And it has to be something that I like. That's all. That's all it's got to be. My day with Nick was good. He's new to the business, but he's brave and he's really interested and he's keen to learn. He takes chances. All the things you've got to be. You've got to just, you know, have a go. You've got to jump in with both feet. Buy of the day clearly is the wonderful chest on chest. It's an exciting project. We will get it as correct as it possibly can be, but with retaining all the patination and the age and the wear and the passage of time on this thing.
The big sell today is the chest on chest. It was a bit painful, but I think the way I've got to look at it is I'd rather have the money back into what I'm doing to be able to go off and buy other pieces than to sit on something for a long period of time. And it is tough. You've just got to take it on the chin and, you know, accept it and move on. Learn from it is the most important part.
Okay, well, that was interesting.
Yes, the chest.
Yeah. I can only pay for something what it's worth to me. The fact that he made a loss on it is unfortunate, but he knows he paid too much. I feel a bit bad, but that's business, you know, and it's just, you know, he could always have said no. That's the reality, but as he said to me, he said, I want to spin the money into something else. So then we bought the little bust, which I like. Interesting thing, an interesting day. Nice guy, and he's in the middle of doing huge changes with his business, isn't he?
Yes.
Massive changes. So good luck to him.
Getting access to dealers' private collections has proven extremely successful for Drew, and he has no doubt what the standout item was.
Buy of the week got to be the oyster veneer chest on chest. Originally applied oyster veneer as well. It was in the workshop for a very, very long time. But we got it right, and we've sold it. And it is now just about arriving in California.
It is in need of a great deal of sympathetic restoration, but once complete, it could be worth up to £9,000.
So how much is it really? Forget the auction house estimates, they just want to get you through the door.
What I'd do really, I'd do it for 4. The, as you'll know, the feet are changed on it as well, the bun feet.
Yeah.
The original feet would have rotted away.
So yeah, it's had the handles changed as well.
Oh
at some
yeah, you
point
can see,
in the
you can
past.
see the original handle fittings that were in there.
You haven't even bothered to put on the escutcheon straight.
No, I know. But it's a really good thing. Underneath there, it's a nice thing. Nick's saying, well, it's got to be 4,000 or it's not worth selling. OK, my thing was, as soon as I saw it, I thought 3.2. I don't know why, I just went 3.2. That's what I think that is worth in that current state. Because I'm going to spend a quite staggering 3,000 quid on restoration on that to do it properly. It's got badly done repairs, the escutcheons are wrong, some of the drawer linings are wrong, numerous other tiny things all over it, handles change and things like that. Lots and lots of problems. It's got to be right. So what do? Is it worth throwing out a bid to Nick? Yeah. Just to give myself the sort of satisfaction that I tried.